The dashboards are available at all times. They're made to be useful to multiple different types of roles, including developers, testers, architects, or even a new user just getting to explore the application. Today we're going to take a look at the logic dashboard. I'm going to open it up. Here we see functions, schedules, APIs, webhooks, pages, and fields. We're going to walk through each one of these. In this functions list, you can see all of the functions that your application currently contains. Functions are groups of logic that can be used in multiple different places throughout your application. So you only have to write the logic once, and you can call it multiple different times. For example, here we have send notifications and copy from notification template. Functions can also be grouped. For example, we have a generate and send notification, where we run both the copy from template, replace variables, and send notifications functions within that function. This just makes it so you can mix and match and get the most use out of logic that you've already built. Functions can be called anytime within your application. For example, if we turn on the logic overlay, there are multiple pins on this page. Each one represents a different element and whether or not their logic exists. For example, this view user link contains logic or doesn't. For example, this login time field doesn't have any logic on it. If we click into this view user, we can see there are multiple triggers. We can add a different set of logic on click, mouse out, and mouse over of this link field. We can see here that there is some logic on the on click. This is our logic building workspace. Here we can see it opens up a page. It checks the database for the current record that we're talking about. We're going to open up the user profile page that lives on the user table, and we're going to open it up in a modal dialog. Then we're going to set that dialog title. We're going to add some database values in the title, set the height, width, and how that dialog should behave. Here we see an execute function block. If we select a function, it's the same functions that we have access to at our dashboard at any time. We can choose to send a notification, put in some additional parameters, or go ahead and edit and view the send notifications function on its own. Functions can be called on any element at any time. Back to the dashboard, we're going to take a look at schedules. Currently, there are no schedules within this application. Schedules, not based on an element or a trigger, but based on a certain time of day. If we add a schedule, choose when we wish to run the function, for example, every 5 minutes or every day at midnight. And we can set up our scheduled logic here. For example, if I want to pull in a function, generate and send notifications, I can set up the parameters, save, and now in the dashboard we see our new scheduled logic. The APIs dashboard shows us which APIs this application uses. For example, this reset password, we have our API settings. This is a get method. We choose our variables, and we run that logic. In this case, when someone resets a password, it's going to check the expiration time to determine whether or not the reset password link that we had sent them via email is still valid or not. Now we're going to take a look at webhooks, and in this example we have Stripe payments. Here we can determine what logic runs when the invoice is paid, or when Stripe tells us the payment has succeeded. Another part of the logic dashboard is pages and fields. From here, anyone can access any logic on any page. For example, the login page appears to run multiple functions. This gives us a high-level view of all the logic running in our application without the user having to navigate to the page itself. And like pages, we also have this for fields. For example, the users table has 26 fields. And as we can see in this list, we have our view user link, just like on our page. We can access the logic right from the dashboard. From a different perspective, we could group the fields by field type, take a look at all of our link fields, and find the view user link from this perspective instead. The logic dashboard allows any user to explore the whole application and actions that it's taking so that you can find what you're looking for.